as we get set for what should be an Eastern assassin, Larry Holmes. He is the
Dismounted.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right,
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Here we go for round one. Straight right just misses. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. They have no respect for each other's punching power. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside and winning round after round.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
You'd like to see more jabs. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. It's bombs away. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Left hook scores. Nice hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. In that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
You know what? I've been in fights like that.
You'd let him back into the fight.
And there's the bell to start round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They call it the Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Just missed with that hook. They threw the hook. It didn't land. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
That's a scoring straight left hand. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Beautiful counter shot. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
He misses with that straight left. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. That right hook won't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. In that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry?
Don't want to lose this fight, do you?
On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain with a brain.
Counter shot lands. Misses with the straight left. Punch, counter punch. These two were made for each other. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside post-round.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Nice punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. We wanted action, and they are delivering. There's a counter shot. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage.
Go back out there.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Just misses with that uppercut. Another scoring shot there. Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punch. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. After what we saw in that last
round, he's starting to make mistakes.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A straight right just misses. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Got him there. Good counter punching. Back and forth they go. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A That's another scoring shot. Nice counter. That jab misses. We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
They exchange punches. Beautiful counter punch. And he misses with that straight left. That punch lands. Catch and shoot. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. As bad as boxing This is the beginning of round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. A perfect counter shot. Talk about Holmes in that last round. That was almost a 10-8. Here we go. It's round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fight fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Nice defense there to stop the right hook. How about that time counter shot? That right jab just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Trying to land that jab. Straight right just misses. Misses with... Hold that thought! The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Oh, no! Ali is down! Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Todd. What a...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be.
Fight's not over yet.
And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything full barrel because
How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You continue.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
That uppercut just missed. What a punch. They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornerman now is down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
his punching power. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so
Get your mind back.
there's the bell to start round 9. Last round was a disaster. Hold it right there. Oh my, the big fella just got rocked. It somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes up to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
That punch is beginning to take its toll. Straight right just misses. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
You have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round.
What are you doing?
Talk about a one.
Get focused. Get your mind back.
And there's the bell for round 10. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that straight left. Missing with the left uppercut. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. As we we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Good punch. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.